Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be checking out A Duck Has an Adventure by Daniel Merlin Goodbree. This is a unique hypercomic adventure, and I'm reading this from the developer's own text here, that challenges you to discover all the different possibilities and lives one duck could live. From adventures on the high seas to halls of academia and beyond, every choice you make builds a new pathway along which to explore. 16 unique endings to discover, 12 achievements to unlock, and 7 hats to collect. Yes, hats! Are you excited? I'm excited. We're going to go on a little duck adventure today. Apparently, sometimes we do that here on the channel. You never know. It's all kinds of craziness. Let's start the duck adventure. Alright, so we click the duck. It says a duck. A duck wants... Quack? Wait, can I pick different options here? How does this work? Oh, okay. Now, when I click on that, I get to choose one of these three. So there, it looks like that's already branching off in a rather obvious way based on what we've just read. So we can choose a simple life, an education, high adventure. I'm going to choose a simple life, and there's a picture of the duck at the pond. Duck meets another duck, hanging out at the pond. Quack, quack, begging for bread. Eat some bread. Om nom nom. What next? Quirk. Chase fish or chase ladies? I'm going to chase ladies. Quack. Oh, that lady doesn't seem very interested. Quack. Chasing more ladies. Oh, maybe he's met his match. Quack. Kissy. Duck got some first love. Now they get to float together on the lake. That looks like ducky fun time there. And so what now? We could settle down or we could play the field. I don't know, our duck seems to be something of a gigolo, so I think we're going to play the field. Oh. Painful breakup. Quack. Back to chasing ladies. Kissy. 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 String of one-night stands. He's got ducks with all different types of hairstyles involved. Now he's on to drinking, eating bread. Too much bread and booze. Oh, he's got some sort of a hangover. Downward spiral. He's... Moment of clarity. He looks at the spilled drink. He's not interested in it for now. Oh, what's this mean? Resolve to change. He's going to become a better duck. He throws the drink away. But how? Seek lost love or reinvent self. Let's reinvent self. Sploosh. Quack. He's going to be reborn in the lake. And he's going to disconnect his electronics? Or is he... Oh, he's buzzing his hair. Okay, I get it. Achievement. All new, all different. Who needs a hat anyway? With new look. Okay. At new pond, but... Old temptations. Oh, Lady Duck wants him to drink again. He dumps it out. Resisted. He's a new duck for real. Quack. And that's the end? I guess that's the end. So now we have the choice to jump back to the last choice, or we can go back to the beginning as if it was a completely new journey. So from here, I guess I could branch out to high adventure. We've met some pirates. He sees, I guess he's left the lake for the moment, or the pond, and he's decided to look out onto the ocean. The pond, pirates. Do you have pirates at a pond? Pond pirates? Ravaged, quack. Join the crew. Rapid promotion, cabin duck. First duck, captain, and I got a pirate hat. Adventure ahoy. What course? Kitten Cove, absolutely Kitten Cove, no question. Oh my goodness, this is the coolest island I've ever found in any video game. I'm gonna live there. A hive of scum and villainy! I never would have thought Kitten Cove would be where the scum and the villains hang out. This is surprisingly fun. I'm not usually into too many types of adventure games, but this makes it very accessible without, you know, going into needless, you know, over-explanation and too much detail. It's super shortened. Everything has just got this, like, very punctuated nature to it. And the presentation isn't bad either. Yeah, I'm going to definitely try diplomacy. If me and the kittens could just get along, I think we could really... Tense negotiation. I think we could really capitalize on this. Oh, they're kitten pirates. They've got swords. Inevitable betrayal. Oh no, the kitten! You can't do that to a kitten. That's the worst thing. Oh, at least I tried. Swashes, punch. He's punching kittens. He's buckling kittens. He's the pirate queen? Mew, quack, wooed. Did it just fall in love with a cat? Or is this I don't know what's going on. New Pirate Dynasty. We're kitten ducks, apparently, at this point. World trembles. Eek. Duck and kitten triumphant. Alright, well, I guess I feel a little better that I sliced one of their heads in half if I get to, you know, have a nice kitten wife or something. Let's go back, I guess. We'll go to the education option. A, B, C, D, E, Quack. Big words. Internet. University beckons. That is basically what school was like. You know, read letters, read a book, and then you're on the internet, and then all of a sudden you graduated. I've gotten a fedora for my accomplishments. I go to Duck U. Oh, I get it. What to study? What to study? Arty things or science stuff? Well, I studied arty things, so let's see if this works out for the duck the way it worked out for me. Bigger words. Alright, we're gonna paint a duck. And speak French, and drink, and this duck has some issues with alcohol, it seems. I wrote a duck thesis. I didn't really have to write a thesis. I mean, I could have, I guess. There was a capstone class I took, which was like, learn how to capitalize on the fact that you went to art school, and then after you're done with capstone class, everything you just did doesn't mean anything, so I don't know. You become an artist. Alright, let's do it. But, what kind of art? Alright, let's figure it out. Embark on creative odyssey. Well, you're supposed to, like, figure this out in college, right? I guess you don't have to, but it's probably a good idea. So he tries painting, he tries sculpture, he tries photography, he tries avant-garde, I don't know, performance art slash ripping up canvases. What next? So I can pick, try cartooning or performance art. Let's go traditional, let's do cartooning. I believe in the abilities of our duck. I think he's going to be a good artist. There's a lot of branching paths in this path, I have to say. Duck, duck, career established. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Moderate success. Duck, duck, issue 300. That's a pretty successful thing. Contentment achieved. So you can reach moderate success at 300 episodes of something then. Okay, well I guess that puts things into perspective. I've done all the paths now on a moderate level. I guess I could skip forward and pick science stuff here. I kind of want to zoom out and see all of this at the same time, but, you know, that would kind of spoil things as well. E equals MC squared maps to D equals UCK. Years of research. We've made a diamond. Let's take the diamond, and now we're going to weld the diamond into ultimate invention. Is that some sort of cat diamond robot? But what is it? I don't know. Dimension jump or D-pod? The D-pod. That's a thing that I don't want JSmith OTI to find out about. Alright, let's go to dimensional jump. Successful test jump. Am I going to land on the island with the kittens? That would be a very unconventional way to tie this all back around. That would be kind of cool if some of the paths referenced each other, and then you could turn this into like an overarching story. But missing diamond. Alright, so we'll go in a cave then, because obviously the cave has a diamond in it. Yeah, we found another one. Where'd I get the lantern anyway? But there's pirates! Wow, I guess that's exactly what I just said should happen, and it's me in the future, referencing myself with a some sort of time machine that I just used to travel to Duck Island. So we can fight or work together. I always like to choose diplomacy first. Alright, let's clasp our little duck arms together and reach an agreement. For a diamond, I don't know what the other guy has to gain from it. I guess he gets to join us on our journey. Home. The leap home. Oh boy. Write up findings. Talk, talk, talk. Duck, duck, duck. Goose. Learning to explore, longing to explore. Irresistible. Quack. End. So, I don't know if that means I just, like, got killed by my machine, or maybe I got teleported to a place where I can't have access to my machine anymore, and maybe I'm stuck there. There's a lot of options with this sort of thing. So what were the other options with a simple life? I think I could have chosen... I could choose to chase fish. Sploosh, quirk, om-nom. Natural aptitude, I'm a good hunter, what can I say? So I could go find fish for all of my fellow ducks, and put them all in a row, and quack and offer to work. Oh, I'm gonna go on a boat and take a job as a fisherman, learning the ropes. It must be really awkward to ride a boat as a duck, considering, you know, wings and all of that. You don't really have a lot of room, you know, on that boat, as you can see there. So I'm gonna just dive in the water, grab some fish, we make a good team, we'll drink together. Years pass, I get a little bit of facial hair, I suppose. This is what Duck's facial hair looks like eventually. It's just the case. New hat, souster. Alright. Business inherited. Years of success, but fish stocks dwindle. Sigh. 84 days without a catch. You can't make a business off that, Duck. One last try or retire. Of course I gotta try one last time. I built my whole life around this business. Far out to sea. Tense wait. ZZZ. Suddenly, sploosh. Giant marlin. Long chase until... harpooned. I know what this is a parody of. Mutual respect. Lots more harpoons. Oh, the marlin is super dead. Bring home the marlin. Gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, I mean, the duck could barely fit on there in the first place. Triumphant return. Fishing mojo. Sploosh. Restored. End. You know, that worked out pretty well, I suppose. What other options are there in high adventure now? I think we'll just do the one more here. We've got our pirate hat, adventure ahoy. Alright, so we can go to the Bermuda Bermuda Pentangle instead of the triangle. Okay, so we found some ghosts, haunted waters, onward, uncharted island, buried treasure. Duck leads to the cave. Okay, this is where the stories cross over. So this is where you would run into the other version of me, and I find a diamond. Giant diamond, but Duck doppelganger, and this is exactly what I was hoping to find. So now, instead, I can actually choose to fight instead of work together, and then things would work out in the way that we've already seen. So we're going to fight, but I don't know on behalf of who now, because the stories have crossed over, so I might be fighting as the time-traveling version of me, or the pirate version of me, or maybe a little both. Oh, we blocked the sword with the well-placed diamond. Boom! Energy unleashed or magical explosion. I'm gonna go magical explosion on this one. That doesn't look good. Deceased duck. Quack. End. So I turned into a ghost pirate duck. Energy unleashed. Caught in time loop. And I go back to Duck U. Alright, well, I think that's a pretty good moment to wrap up this wonderful little duck adventure. It's a very interesting premise for an adventure game, and I would love to see this done in a variety of new ways. I would also love to see it if I could... Oh, I can zoom out. Oh, that's awesome! I would love to see it if I could just grab and pull around this just to see where the story is going in various directions. Or even I could see writing an entire huge interactive novel around a concept like this. Although I'm sure it would get incredibly complicated after a while, you know, and also drawing all the tiles has to be incredibly time-consuming, too. I mean, almost all of these tiles, I mean, granted, I'm sure you could reuse some of the assets, and some of them are extremely simple, but they're very elegant, and they're well done. There doesn't happen to be any music or sound effects from what I can tell, which is a little disappointing, but at the same time, I'm not sure they were necessary. You can immerse yourself in the storytelling prowess here that's on display, and I think you won't really even notice, because I don't think I did for most of this entire video until just now. But yeah, I would love to see other versions of this. I would love to see the developer go in other directions with this. The choice of having it be a duck on an adventure makes it, you know, delightfully irreverent, and I think that is a way to, you know, grasp an audience very quickly. And also to feel like you don't really have any responsibilities or storytelling constraints when it comes to something like this. You can pretty much feel free to go in any direction that your heart desires as a storyteller, and I think that definitely lends to better storytelling, or at least more easy to jump into and more accessible storytelling. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not, you know, a serious work of literature or anything, but it's not supposed to be. It's just fun, and it's a lot of fun for that. So I would say definitely check out the Duck Has an Adventure game. I'm going to link it in the description as I always do, so I hope you will take a look. Let me know what you think and what kind of promise that this sort of an idea has in the genre of storytelling or subgenre or, you know, side genre. I don't know. It's a factor in pretty much everything we do. We're always telling stories, whether we like to or not. So it's cool to see that approach from a new angle. I actually did a project kind of like this in college, believe it or not, but with photography instead of actual, like, written dialogue. So the premise was there was it sort of worked like a Scrabble board, and I know I was just about to end the episode here, but I feel like this is worth mentioning. But basically what it was the same concept in that you would have a bunch of pictures and eventually they crossed over with each other, and it was up to the viewer to sort of tell their own story by where they chose to intersect the two timelines. It was really just a cross, but you could mix the two things at any point on the two axes. So you could go, you know, over to the right a few and then down, or you could go a few less and up. And it tells its own story based on the few little pictures that were there, and they were basically just, deliberately obtuse enough that you could sort of form your own narrative based on whatever directions you chose to take. So, I mean, this is a really cool version of that idea, and I think, well, or vice versa. And I think this has a lot of potential to be mined for a lot of different things. So, again, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to try out a very brief little new closing direction to take the end of the video. But essentially, if you'd like to help out the series, and if you're interested in indie games and you're a fan of what's going on here, check out my website, indie-impressions.com. Feel free to browse around. There's a lot of stuff over there if you'd like. The point of the show essentially is just to promote discussion amongst indie developers and indie game lovers alike about what's out there. So if you'd like to help out, best thing you can do, just mention the show or the site to a friend, and that is the best way to just proliferate, you know, getting these games out into the public. I also do a Facebook page which you can check out if you'd like, facebook.com/indieimpressions, and a Twitter handle, which is @RockLeeSmile. For all other details, though, if you want to check in the description, I have all my social media links there. I'm happy to talk to anybody about pretty much anything, and if you'd like to request a game, or if you're a game dev and you'd like to request that I try your game for the show, feel free to send me an email over at the contact form at indie-impressions.com. So with that, I will leave you, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please be sure to come back again tomorrow. I do a new episode every single day, and I would love to hear your feedback on this concept in the description, or in the comments rather, below, as always. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later, and I hope you have a lovely night.